You say, Pisika be few say, then you. And see ya koya ya ba ene ayo penny bi a ye freno nana boache a champon wo ono ene eye wawoda nana boache a champon ono na wo say John Krum e wofa say woni papa kra mo sanse pa anti we dey happy birthday kase na with the mount na akusua afiri ye yes John baba akusua afiri ye say oma happy birthday kwaku sasu quarantine good morning enche ekujo man kwan papati ya wo nkran ha ya anti enya semku ma kra ne abedwafo ye krado abeka mensa wa ha di nkomo na nkomo na yebedie no ye nsema hodo be ye nan ene yaka bum ena ye beka ho asem na emu baako ye police ni abranti a yakwakoche no say AK47 etuo no ode akwakosi what is he going to use it for ode koye de motorbike a police for motorbike nso eno nso saa ode akwakote baabi enti saa niema mienu a ye o manager pade abranti ne fire no na nkode ko he ya che no Reverend Owusu Bempa woni ne sofo a oda Glorious Word Power Ministries International Owusu Bempa de bodin a obi anim no ya che no oni nasrafo ne mrantie miensa bi ya che wo nyina enra ena police for kwache no ene mrantie ka no ho ewo na sori fie na omu kire se bra wo mkoye police for kwache wo makwache wo no ti statement a police for the bank say members ni bi etugu police force na mo hwa instruction from Reverend Owusu Bempa na mo to police force so mo vin police force fine na reinforcement by na etumba chi wo nyina do mo koye na video na social media tia police for 2 sana mo no ensem wo mu no ho ebi mo oduo emna tia ne kasai pa na nsem mo kan no esoso nti sisi police for so mu die yenum se hwehwemu ebekoso ne yehu yenya no pomesibre na yebise ho se so the asie no eye bibia kire se nobody is above the law na yebehwe na yaka ho asem mampeni ene na be de akiri mampeni na na do dankwakufu ado ene na be de akiri Dr. Mamadu Baumia o makasa fa mampeni da mahama ho se na mampeni da mahama pa se obi be kire me masia o mampeni da na be kire me mas pa kire se we yen sama na do dankwakufu ado ne kai nti mini ni so be kire mas na oye mas teacher na den de ye be ka ho asem pa na fe eno achi so asem ba ko a eho I say can and say akuafo a send obokata the insight e kire no wo mo ye nkokọ akuafo in general na fe nitito mo ye nkokọ kire se die niema nkoyie kusuo matum we say kusanya 1 cedi bio udu bebi e 1 cedi 50 pesos bebi e 1 cedi 20 pesos bebi e 1 cedi enti akuafo e kire se adenti na se ba ne sa wo mo huna mane niema nkoyie ena so ye hwe kwayo hu samso no like ame so wunyina so atwi wo mani nti eno ya samba ko a ene obidwafo abeka mensa no bi no obedi hu komo do timi benkum so pe eye Alhaji Naziru Muhammad oni ye National Communication Officer de ma NDC Zongo Caucus wo minchen ewa ha sanso ena Bernard Mona wono eye political activist enkane na PNC amayeko no na udimu akoto no yedwamtere ni kura na chairman na say wajai chairmanship no na wabe political activist enti di nti ogwa akokọ esa na obeka me yatie ne the party no emu yi kakra fine minu so da so don party na so we mu so de minima obeka Georgia isi so National Communication Director Emma Nadmo wo manka no oba NPP amayoku no dinimu wono na so betina abranti bi kan line say oh eja please that the man that the tie the mia am today no time so time no go mia am Auntie George, I seen so about becoming so with her. Me never just with you. Come from Makwaba.
Yeah.
Alaji. Salamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Me who watch
Papa.
Bibi Aboko, Salai, Mantewonka.
Oh, salad, yes. That was long time ago.
Kura Mantewonka, say Mantewonka, for the men who to make.
Oh, Obiti Menka with you. Obiti Menka.
And I'm saying, me Mantewonka.
Medino had the P na started. Or Menka.
P. P, just a
prince. Menka with
you.
When I was here,
Miss
if you have me by me, send your men. Bambo be a deal.
You see, P, the dear name. And a piece of presence with you.
And I start now, and one now can you? What's that I say IGP on the number to be man cast a prince. Oh,
and also, well, and I don't,
if you had Nipa, you are saying, Nipa Bakwa, and I will allow Alaji deho.
Yes,
Mesro, Aquina, Cassia, we are manning. Media, me yonko. Brebo or ye or henny ewo asamankesi nana bema esa the second oye mini papa the birthday meant to me and wishing you happy birthday ewa ha bibia afibia me menya opportunity am say na the birthday last week somewhere happy belated birthday minua nana bema esa the second good one any mu say if no Mr. Agudi. Happy birthday.
Okay. Belated one, of course.
Happy belated birthday.
Next time, no. Say, yeah, and come back, send your brother Kamaka, Nana. Sanko or Bonnie Bray, and come back, send your brother Mamaka.
There is no escape.
And so on Bonnie Bray, woman side, what me send your brother. I quite say, a Omar Wadi. Then a baby drum and but me as I didn't baby the Nafa. And not to cover with food for one white, how better. Bernard,
Papa,
Aquaba. Bibi Aboko. Radiasi. Na no be say Mr. So that so CPP PNC ni anase wajai.
Say PNC dan na ye wo no. Me na me last man na me pie.
Sa
nti
that so
me PNC ni pa and I can feel your frustrations.
Say PNC ahudo mi no. Ba ko Greater Accra ba ko Ashanti region. You general secretary ba ko Ashanti region. You general secretary ba ko so Greater Accra. Ashanti the former instruction na Greater Accra for so my instruction for froba.
We wona oye.
Enyam na me ye.
Mo na mo ye.
Mo meeting bi. Enyam na mo meeting bi.
I think that you see say muhu ne ekoso wo NDC mo no. Na NDC for fee say omo monopoly over internal confusion. And MPP they are no buyer before. Afoko mo Kwabena Japan mo no omo said they have monopoly over internal confusion. And omo wie ya NDC so agi omo twe se si ano PNC agf yo mu nsamu so PNC so pese omo nkyere say internal confusion there and that fear back. So it rocks every political party, but in all honesty na esi na enyefe kura because this is a party of President Leman. Ono ankasa obeye chairman. Asuma Banda was the first chairman of the party in 1992. And then Leman, 1996, when he stepped down as presidential candidate, party nankasa and at the time at the mano. If you have Colonel Zanlergu, unim Colonel Zanlergu, the indefatigable person, original Mawasaji for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah as the presidential guard leader. In order to save Wasajifo. Colonel Zanlergu became our chairman. If you are now Alhaji Ahmed Ramadan Abaji chairmanship, Mensam Bonsu Abaji chairmanship, my own boss Gabriel Kwaman, who is now a Supreme Court judge, was also the general secretary. So this is a party of great men. In fact, Ahmed Ramadan, who is now the ambassador to the United Arab Emirates, Omunina ABD party. So the party has turned out some of the finest brains in this country. Then all of a sudden, new leadership, and sometimes I tell people, say, the position now was and it makes it difficult to even want to talk about it. But you see, because I went to elections and I was rejected, So Obabe Kasa. Yeah. If you Obabe Kasa now and show yeah, people at the other side will think that because you lost to them, Enunti and Aoka. But I have stated my views strongly on the internal disturbances to the Council of Elders. My catch almost said the two sides, they are both wrong. Fundamentally, legally, and even morally. There is no point in doing what they are doing. Because sorry, Anna, Mosima Pami General Secretary. General Secretary, after disciplinary committee, went to me and called disciplinary committee. Now watch your letter at the disciplinary committee. Into Wachina, Miss as a member of the party, no, say much your letter, more catch them say I should appear before the disciplinary committee. I can sit at home and also write a letter. Then you, who is a complainant in this matter, you, a chairman, you are a complainant in the matter, talking about the general secretary. You go and sit in the same meeting to see to the suspension of the general secretary.
That is a conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest. Above all, they be American. Look, all governments, when you ministers, now.
One share topic ebefa asama na
ebeji MPP asema nka obeka
na nka topic e discuss ho anti na make asa no
no nka me na beka Black Stars crown point ma nka me fa me Black Stars and seven
also the easy
Black Stars
ade
ma nka we na me the Black Stars
there be say time no beko ye 9 o'clock ye time
you invite me here to come and discuss NDC and MPP every day and nsema ba say
dan ye discuss PNC na woni ha
that be nti enema ba ha it is I have a right
say kasa kakra
say obema me kwan
kakra bi
oma me kwan say me discuss your mama ni na akufado I'll come back to PNC go there
enya possible fiasa
ebe say me na me ba
so long as me na me tie dey enyi
that be so let me talk
talk no for topic e discuss no me dan say
until you choose topics and you stop me from talking
I
chairman
former chairman
obeso bully o asaya Casfodian no nanka was o de Casfodian you know ma ojawo na okowani gentleman obade na da Roma na na o man no
wabe oho catching say me nka na later
de nya botre na me nka no ma mienu bi Mr. de di kan Dr. Oseya Waduchum sabe ne maame ada ne benkum
okay
ye nyina ya ma no yakọ ye nyina ya damfo honorable minister member of parliament Bosomtwe enti ye ma no hyede ye ma no one na busuafo nyina yakọ de san toso biem we oya no baaye no atadwe wate den so me say you're appointing as a member of the University of California Advisory Board. Onzo atna hono ma ye adwuma nti recognition also eye onkoso amwadwumaden na ompeja Ghana franca no enkoso ba bia obepie Dr. say adutwum ye wa reshemuni and that so say wadwuma no be pia the frontiers of the education of Ghana forward and across the globe.
Okay.
Yeah, don't say.
That's Papa George Ayisinsu na etie nkara no pe. Na yehwe ensama ho do ebedi ho komo no police ni abranti ya kokoche no e wokintampo say police AK47 tuo motorbike ni no de sie. Adwebe na baba police ni adwene mu say sania meya eyo manager pade police ni no de AK47 e kwakosie yebisa no say eni ni ho. What is he going to use it for? And ebani say adwin ben na sisi mayenya efa ye security agencies and afi robbery see ekoso ni nasefo no highway robbery ni na tetesa no adwin ben nya for na den na sisi ye se da be ya de asie ebi enkonko ba bio ayisi mama obeyesi mabeye enum na kasasam no bibi na fe da kan ye nto aso
yo me da say Jacob na minchia menu no malaji me hu na che na chairman de last week me no ebetena ha mo hwe nyina ye chia mo me general secretary ne me communications director me chia wo mo so police ni ebefa etuo o ko ye details ko bank na ko duty a o ko fa etuo bia o buku ammunition say wom atuabobado do a wo fa obebuku ni nyina enti wo pon na wo ba wasan de aba number no se bi afisu a obe account de enti a ammunition no ba ko afisu watro a home report enti se police ni akofa AK47 ya fi office na ode kwa adwuma na afi de ebisa no na o se eni ni ho a ha dwe senior unse police ya say police is your friend public the information ba informants ewo ho saa so na police fo no mu so ye won kofo a omu leak information ye won kofo so a omu ne aboneyefo eye adwuma is a fact enti eno ne agimpo a me kwadwo metie meka say ebi enu nti na police ni wafa etuo any motorcycles na police dey ana
I think Bibisa.
Yes.
I know police dey.
Yes. Now be can say unimu ho hwe. Sabe e bia wo adwempo bi a wo pese wo di kodi bone. Ana se wo pese wo koton tuo no e ma boneyefo. Ada so ono mu eye adwuma ana se wo aboniti mpo so wo koton ama wo mu. So anye sade a sabi police ni de wo fatu akwa adwuma wo ba account wo de beto na wa clear ho na wo ko enti se bibi se ba I was here hwe ni yie se a police fo no bi ana police ni we o enipa bonfo why na adwin se either say what the tuo no kosie na ono a ebi so ho am say sometime me we fi a check akra a police ni kwante kra o di bone or the tuo robbery or involved in a bia na sa adwempo no ono a why say off duty ono ade na yi be operations so eno so ye a possibility but baby edu no am say anamontu ya IGP owura Dr. Akufu Dampare A2 no hia se ye bebo na baso so far no wa kire se wa so obeko dream ni bone ne noma be se ono ane nkofo no bi tu sa na mo yi a wo menani nkoho na ye hwe sa particular person ye twe na so se be ye kra ye ndan no ma when is the police for your lucky one yeah you be lucky this year you detain no 48 hours asa no wa ba na de ko guard room ni akọhwe wasem na enti wodi fo a say ye enye bibia o say prosecute a ye be ma drill wia 12 midday na we drill bas pa enti ye hwe na sa opani de no ye mpe ba bia enye sa sabi baakuni ochina beti mienu miensa na de hawo ebe etuo na nkasa kra 1 AK47 yes ebie yi kakra oh na tu eno so papa akromfo ye hu submachine guns o mukrakra and the pump action guns o mukrakra and this AK47 cry yes ye atwam yi na eno cry ye sesa kosia IGP okay yam prosecute sa pe be mai
na ya
twena so
osu bempa reverend osu bempa
yeah
ne video no nya bi hwe
me nya hwe bi be makan e
makan desi nsam bebre wom
yeah
bo mo de na hwe bi ne tie bi me firi osu a wo video no bi hwe tie se mo ewu ya che no ye ko che no na so fie asorma no eto she police force so wo mo peni gidi e ma reinforcement by and omotumi achi no na wo hwe press statement here police for the buy no a asemu a ASP Kwesi Furi ekanye no or say the head pastor of the Glorious Word Power Ministries International, Reverend Isaac Usubempa, and 3 others has been arrested. The other 3 suspects are Michael Boatin, Frederick Ohene, and Nathaniel Ejekum. 2 other suspects are on the run and the police are pursuing them. The suspects are being detained for further investigation over the creation and circulation of multiple videos containing threats, the brandishing of a weapon, and the assault of some police personnel. After critical analyzing the said videos and based on intelligence gathered, the police embarked on an operation today, Sunday, September 12th, that was yesterday, at the premises of the church to arrest the suspects. During the operations, some members of the church believed to have been under the direction of Reverend Bempa assaulted some police officers. The injured personnel have been received medical treatment and are responding to treatment. The suspects are currently in custody and will appear before the court tomorrow. That is today, 13th September. The police strongly caution the public against any acts that will disturb the peace of the country. We wish to give the assurance that impartial investigation shall continue in this matter and the public will be duly updated. It is so tie mu a na de ba ye no no.
Eja ese emre bi nkofo bi omo ne ye no no omo kan sempa ese omo ne ye no te se Kristo ti ne efre ye a Kristofo
Anti ekofo
so ye be ka ho ase so nkofo ni ye ese Kristo ana
Why
we so we see ye beba no ana me fanto aso.
Oh,
okay. So nkofo ni ye ese Kristo ana. Me ya titu so wusu bempa. Osofo wusu bempa de oboni din a na obi ade na tare ye. Meboa. Opo ye MPP fo. Oh, ye de na tare ye de ono agasa declare so ye MPP ni. Ne bo share ne nkom share ne no ma wo share na ya ase wo share bia ma Professor Mills amana bem enso ye mfa no ntare ye NDC be ye de ye de na tare ye entis wo ye bibisa sabi wo ya be twa me bia be kan ye oh enti mete sa no eye me ya pa enti ye be sere wo osofo usu bempa ama ne ma no ba kokra wo kan we na wa ka say you know they can kill and get away with it. Come on. I was here for. Mr. says it don't. I said no here because reference no here no. I say or maybe a chair go see aga. As so says it don't them on them. As I now benya utie didi mu no abre. Asra no ye de mra na ye adwuma wo man Ghana. Sabi unimobio oben obio umen obio kokoye na asem no emra ho na abehu se emra e wo man no emra no so mu a ye mfa ho se sabi wa professor am obi abedi omampani enti eno ano no da bi yesra omo ne ye wo mo conduct no an yese Kristofo omo ye Kristofo Kristo obaye na namontuo na probo ba bia eda sonko na wo ye na watotuo kura na sofo mpo nyame fie mpo na tuo yi eno ne ye di protect ye ho da me fie se susun kronkron be protect ye ana meboa na ye den na fe de ye kratuo ye kwa agrada afie wo ye oba wompie na fe de ye na police for oba ye na police for look eja kwab na be sre public police ni makapai uye na wo threaten na ahwe ya na watwetwuo sa conduct ye da nyame asese police ni bi antotuo enso ke ye na ye koto obi tutu a ye di blame so bo no be ma police na be ka ban na nkofo no ne ye bone no omo ye wa so ho no ye ka ho asem so ye da nyame asese obi police ni bi antotuo ama sese ye hu se sabe ne ye no enya de papa Kristofo asori fie osofo usu bempa yesrew minim se bi wo a mo pese mo ba public discourse na ye ka mo ho asem a enu nti na mo yesa minim public attention nti na mo yesa be sa conduct we de enye say oni police for be we da so say wo mo aba mo ye hwan mo kratuo license kra oni hu kwan say police ni in the presence of police obetwen no mo conduct no me kwadwo amete me condemn in no uncertain terms we are Kristofo mo ma mo ne ye na sabio mo ye we na sorry for no omo na di mo achi o omo tugu aposifo so ebru omo pra wo mo ahwan na ye
police for no be prayer according to the statement.
Do you get it? No be wu ye so a hwan na ye wo your sofo a wo da edom ano etisi about honoma the back stops with you, the responsibility is on your shoulder as senior pastor. Enti bibia koso no me de say ye de omo court ende yenhwe na we yemfan ye enso me panasem, but this conduct is condemnable.
Me that say and aye or can send be one of the newspapers, I think the new publisher Adekye say he personally went to Agade's house. Say okwa obema ne mrantie no enan almost so in agrada answer say no more so the 9 no or no what lane no channel my be 24 now so my minute to me and pia my bontin or your banner for bank asana kombe ye no and it dey cost wo yen hwe say obefi na sorry and I see the fee any tuo any akodi akọ ono so yen fa say reso say osofo na say kwam sagrada akra ko na sorry ho na enya yi na akokodu bebi edru no Bernard Bible say we yonko fomo a Yesu Kristo bi sa no no say fa nche mprendo do say o say impenson edionson enson enti untumi nkan impenson edionson som no so da enti na se fa che na bribia dia kosoi a ye bia revered so forth to say Reverend Usubempa actions see any actions any the SCA no also then akadia fa ho any police in achi no kintampo.
I think that you are part of the problems of Ghana because you say Usubempa is revered. In what?
By some people.
By who?
By his congregation.
Yes, thank you.
By his
He
congregation.
is not revered in any way. When we're talking about reverence in its real sense, you don't look for rascals and describe them as revered. This is not the first instance of misbehavior as a church leader, so to speak. On several occasions, Nanum Kasa, the physical actions, the threats, and intimidation. Is that what you want society to emulate that serves as reverence for somebody? Now, about in our studio now say a revered pastor. He is not. Not at all.
He carries the title.
No,
Yes.
he carries the title of so-called man of God. He carries the title of so-called man of God. And because of that, he has a passport and a visa to misbehave. No, can't say, no, threaten nipa bebre. Nsema waka ewo omaimuno. Go and take them. Threatening his own colleagues, so-called men of God, or men of women of God. Now we come and we want to glorify it in any way. I'm disappointed in it. Sure. The laws of Ghana is no respecter of person. One, AK-47 is not possessed by any ordinary person. Your name guns are, you are licensed or you have a right to own. Pistol, a short gun, pump action gun. Obetimi akoto pump action cantamanto. You take it to the police, they will register it for you. So what you say? Any gun you can go and buy in the market and come and they will register for you. But you cannot go into the market and go and buy AK-47. Pistol cramp, answer now better pistol no. You have to write an application to the Minister for Interior. Now Minister for Interior no one permission to purchase and possess. Ochuroma to purchase and possess no Ochuroma CID. Now Ochuroma Ghana Revenue Authority. Okotoba Ghana Revenue Authority will have to check and see that you bought it and you have paid the duties on it. Then the CID will then take you through your criminal records investigation. Now my backgrounds. Your background check na say you don't have then they can then give you the permit to own the pistol because now they are the man what you say. So they go through all these processes before you can own or possess a pistol. Now what time AK-47? You are happy to be moving with no. The people were carrying guns.
Yes, guns.
You went to somebody's house. What right have you got to move from your church and go to Obifie? Now see you are going to ask boys. Now Omar Sonimu. Now what lashing 24.
I said her crash say
24.
One of her boys brought out a pump action gun, and if he had opened fire, hey,
you know what would have happened?
We would have retaliated, and I tell you, Agrada would have been dead by now. By her boys who brought the gun did not shoot.
So you see what is happening. So you have a pastor whose stock in trade is to go and cause confusion, to go and bring about mayhem. In this instance, nipa bebrebe timewu. So we cannot come and sit on the studio and glorify him as revered. He doesn't qualify for that title. And so the police did a good job. And this is not the first time we're threatening police, because on many occasions, police near. This time, the police proved their mettle. And they enforced Seuti near Koso. Now, Omoko and the boys no per police for no beba. Who are you when the police have to come for you? You simply have to submit.
Resist arrest.
Then you were resisting arrest. Not they had to go and bring reinforcement. If you are a leader and the police come to you, you tell your congregation that I will go and come back because my conscience is clear. This is the law that we have to work with. Well, we be into now, Rwanda. The president has banned all these churches from their. I wanted to use some word, I mean. You understand? They have banned them. Don't go out and be doing your preachings and then things that tend to. And these pastors are responsible for many broken homes. So, sir, they just identify somebody's wife and they start telling and feeding your wife with troubles. At the end of the day, you have so many. Oh, sorry, middle of the night, you see your wife is receiving a caller. Now, some newit and offreno. No, nene kasa. Me bompire mao na hwe ukunu ye anyway, and then they infiltrate into their minds. They have broken and destroyed people's families. And then you come and sit here. And then this is what a man of God claims to do. Then you move to the police. And sometimes I sit and laugh. Simon Amoka say garbage in, garbage out. What kind of police do we have today? Yes, sorry, I see party boys. When we get opportunity and we are in power, we have to push all these boys into the security service. As if the security agencies are dumping grounds. And to see a baby, ye party boys and nipa no mo ye juma ya no. Ya nye baby a ye ba fa omo ana ye ba mo juma. Push them into the security service to go and be there. You are pushing every group of people, all manner of criminals, miscreants in society into the security agencies. When you push them there, what do you want the security to do? Sometimes the officers are complaining that Nipa na Modeba, you are forcing us to enlist them into the security agencies. They are a problem because they take them through rigid training processes, and the officers will tell you, say, Nipa, I'm not sure the person will be able to survive this service. And Nubina Yaye, you get a police officer. Who knows? And these things, when the police go on, your friend is saying, operations, and sometimes they go and suffer dangerous fate. The officer who assigned the back to me, and they will not take it to the police service. Because why? The person has died. It means that they can claim that the armed robbers or the people who attack them take the weapon. No, they are caught to fear. So in this particular instance, it's not the case said be a oko amri and oko sign and no more release mano. Yes, one of those guns are oko fire or they are too fear. Anytime he wants to go out on operation, no they are caught. Until to me, nam hona be a or will link with other criminals. Now they will set up when they will go and do operations. Now on no mom will be with his own team. Then he knows that your operation will not the two now. You go and do the operations, and then the police will be misled. Wait there, or no, wako moto aiwo wako fa moto no. And you see people motors. Go to all the police stations. Just go to Tesano here and go and see the number of motorbikes you have seized. How many people ride in this country with license? Oko mikuro mseya. People don't know that motorbike you must license yourself to ride. So they go and buy a motorbike. They start riding. And one day when the police is happy, they will say our licenses were only licenses are not majimoto no. And our people fear police. As soon as they see Omo the Bibiako police station, now you are even advised says, hey, any man call so people will stay away. Police officer when who say we be the honor now wakofa moto no they are repair ho afina woton. The owners identified. The police went on a search and Omuko who say police officer not here. Fire. They followed to the Ninifia. na omako hu AK-47 other things and omagigi ni nyina ni ana me ne omonya adwen ni say they said they found some dry leaves suspected and me I have said it. President Akufo-Addo says that Parliament should look at the possibility of legalizing weed. Kofi Annan, late Kofi Annan, Waka say, look at the possibility of legalizing weed because the economic benefits are dorsal. So that we can just look at what we can do to encourage public, your friend is saying, publicity. Nani Pen who said there are dangers to everything. Even if you drink this water too much, it has its own consequences.
Yeah.
And yes, sir. And then people, there is free alcohol in the system. Naziri, do you drink?
No.
But it's free. What alcohol that? So people have chosen not to take alcohol because they believe in it. So similarly, omo pese omo nshi no omo nshi. Omo pese omo nshi no. Omo beshi, no matter what you do, we will find our way to shi. When all the time you go and arrest somebody and say we should regulate and standardize way no so we are still holding this rigid thing about makwachi obi and okuta we me baby and me feel we take we and we feed it to our poultry and they do well, they don't die of bird flu and what have you. Nti oba me hona we are doing this to feed our birds. What me say you caught me with some dry leaves suspected to be Indian hemp and now we no, I don't support that aspect.
Me that's it. Bernard Mondan so now you're in Kano. I'm for the message by Saki man said the best to the best of my knowledge, the policeman was seen with ammunitions, not AK-47, a weapon. Please make your correction. Well, we'll verify it and get back to you, bro. Godfrey Kojo Nsroma said, a point of correction. The weapon found with the policeman is a pump action gun and not AK-47.
He has right to own one.
Okay.
That's if he legally acquired it.
Kwame Legacy also please help me to tell the NPP man that the students they used for their 4 more for Nana campaign are on the street helpless. Amber.
Was it?
Want to be a musu for 4 more for Nana.
And no one said last week Omoka said Oba no asre.
And Nana Yao says Nana Yao says my name is Salvation. Okay, with us. Alaji Nasiru. Reverend Usubempa. And then some sorry. Yes, I never caught me. I never see for the code till the BCB. You be the bay. And it's so far how far. Who say?
Barbara, I'm say menu no more can in seven. Near woman be bringing in our marker. Except to say, sir, one may a policy, sir, men can't as some far assume me am a personal policy. Based on the fact that some of the time it goes beyond rational, thinking, faith. In the I know the oya who be behind you because nipa no say no as was a dream for. One thing I have very clear in all the 2 stories now they are my yeah say in some way catch and they be as a 2 bebree war individuals in same way. Adults. I mean, a very clear say 2 no in net civilians be equal to. In an environment civilians be equal to. Are there to me lead to the fact is that net many chamamona you no problem me or darling the chino and me anamedi 2 na born because me the born one. Possibility of survival very low. Na yeninam kunkum ye ho. Nipa nso se na yete no at every given point. You say obi a dambo kakra woni mu. Enti se eduru sa point no na nipa no kura etuo especially on train on license ebeye etuo a obi de be hye de nsem wa bra onim se obetimi handle tuo no. Na ebe asam kese pa de ma yenyina enye Usubempa asem kwa yeka anase police na wako wietu. Now, mati say bi mo ka che say okobia ammunitions. AK-47 ammunitions are they kwa because said ya binua chamamona ekan. AK-47 G3 a NATO reserved rifles are yadema on my individuals. Yadema security system of a state on mine to me koto AK-47 individual and to me koto AK-47 on market there were reasons so yes idea reason in say yes criminals bet me aquafatu yes criminal bet me are sophisticated but I was said that at every point in time security should be ahead of the criminal and it is all no crime a person now AK-47 you don't need to wait for him to get close to you. At the distance now, the person or boy and police in bit me manaka. Those are the reasons. In this say is ending up in the hands of private individuals. Then it's a cause of a big worry to us. Say young begin say your baby sabisa. And in fact, nobody has denied say and police for no read will be bia. The possibilities of being AK-47, being G3, will turn out now very high. It means rifles that hitherto should not be in the hands of individuals, private civilians, is now in the hands of private civilians. Now, the year no every in China. Now, ye beside home so say ye police recruitment. Yet ye amanyo for to one. I mean, I can make example of the former minister under Kufuor's regime. Otimi esi ni bokas or the Nipa be 1,000 call police. That is in the central region. Na mebisa say sa na muntu na yetu. And ye enhwehwemu esefata. Wahwehwe there is a reason ye recruitment. Ye bibia ye ma criteria. Say at least you should have passes in English, mathematics, and in the because it means say you are rational at least. And you are not to send ground. I would to me a use warding. That is why you are tested to ensure say what passing exams be answer yet to me a foul. But most of these people are you pushing question system in the security service. Under protocol now, ye the airboy and Samani say ye manu for ye boy man for. Most of them will not meet the criteria. Now, someone meeting criteria and also you push you more. It is just like Obia want to be passing necessary, core subject, the physics, the biology, the chemistries. Now, what we are better than a doctor. Sandy panel and answer will be better than a nurse. That person is rather a danger instead of say Obebwa. As I say, draw and can also a cabo munini because some of the school basabasa, no son of no now video or the yare kese or how kese eja umum wabra anka o say oja yare o sa yare sansuna within the security service instead say nipa no be protective send ye fan we djuma mu e de no call basabasa sansuna obe edjuma no so basabasa na ehun so so no ye hu ne say e be ha adwen aha o man no aha police service na aha individuals na nkasa wo mu ewo mu no because ono sa na adwen kire no for me say you say ne police for to an among. I mean, I could see everybody applauding the police. Say, obiti so bempa umwakoche no eka say wamodi mkrofone eko court ni ekeka. It doesn't end at the police. At least we nya IGP why bold. Wakoche no. I mean, wa lucky wamu nyina. Abe ono so ya lucky no. Also, so much idea. Correct. Inti ya locking. I mean, for the first time, what demu ama obieng said the law seems to be working. But the police in Wamuye after 24 hours, it was all court. What is the position of the court? How is the court being run? Saying that the ordinary Ghanaian, in who the Ghanaian court are, or mining, saying a court, ebetimi aboa police in fishing out all such miscreants in the society. So when you make na court no crown so ye wie na oye na ejuma, it doesn't end there because they will go back to the prison service. Then orientation and say you betchu am asokra na omo prison, then orientation e dey ma omo prison. What are they being to? What is being done? A cycle of you see issues. Me feel say if say a person you handle na you tackle no one, then we shouldn't just end at the applause say at you be because nipa no chain no all he could do is to prosecute and leave. Na court no so aye ni juma say court no will not complement the effort of the police now. Will go back much ado about nothing. Enti yabesre say police for ne tumi etu anamono would be very happy say womu the judiciary any womu a mwakeka a womu nyina say yakabo mu na ye den ye hwese oman no ye benya asomdwe no womu nyina so beboa na ye yi sankropo we efrimu. It is very very important to say ye betibi enya be free IGP in time, because when you're talking about the gun theft, when you count about bodyguards, follow pastors, religious people in general, you can't could be beer. Now you beside home so say still on the issue of recruitment. Police for you pictures is very troublesome, very worrying pictures of juveniles. What you show me uniform. You a be a military uniform, a be other services in uniform. This story should be cleared in our minds once and for all. And to say, IGP for no 2 and among for beer, as Sanwa or San Yenina born in Semo man on there. We want to hear the feedback of such worrying pictures. I say, Aqualebi, Obikuma will be creating me dressing a tiny barret. They need to be a quiet train. The barret, and as a forager, the man or Timishana. Crown away in Adani or I've had the opportunity to go through a vigorous military orientation. I know what it means, how it is not by accident that only security services no one mirrors and you have to look sharp all the time. I can determine a policeman from a non-policeman just by appearance. Just by the way I the belt, the way you can even determine, because I have had that orientation. So when you American now, the ordinary Ghanaian might not have that orientation, but more and more police you see them in the mix of people. There are instances where this political party in government have used people who are questioning one credentials in the services. The police service must stand up to the tax, not to be catched and say, and this is what we are also doing. Once you would be our service anymore, would you say unqualified? Then let us know. The police should open a desk. Now you clear your system of the miscreants answer. Yetumi akase ya bibia to say ebeboama yetumi anebe this whole canker in the bad. But all in all, ya mekane say IGP atwana mu. Yenhwe say the ebekwa akosi. Ebebo na baso. And we will not also run into conclusion because we or one kasa one statement some of the issues or more about the pastor no just say it is belief say on a man instruction in the account. The police must prove that in court if we go to court, and if they are unable to prove that, the pastor will get his way out. But one more Ejumano would certainly have the police the law and also the system say obetroma so now a deterrent ma will be fa ne ho enko for instance say
me da se papa Alhaji Nazir Netine kan John Hammond, good morning Jacob. Now NPP has pampered also by too much. All eyes are watching the outcome. All eyes are watching the outcome from Ashiko.
We wonder they banned all these mushroom churches.
To make the country progress.
Yeah, they banned all these churches.
He's a dictator.
In Rwanda.
He's a dictator.
Oh yes.
He's a dictator.
It's not. He's a Democrat. He was elected.
He's a dictator.
Rwanda, Paul Kagame was elected. But he took a decision, said, these churches mushrooming every day, oh sorry, and now Makoti, sorry, and all Niawamo ye is emphata, it bringing down productivity. They worship from Monday to Monday. Oh sorry, and now in Paibo. Monday to Monday, you have no work to go and sit at God's house. God help those who help themselves.
One of the newspapers I can't see media far. Portrait for Omuhuna Manepa. I want to say
Insight,
feed, you know. I had been a papa. Tiamasi Sekusia, Mimi Tokusia, I think last week. Now it's 1 city 20 pesos. We could be a 1 city 50 pesos. By being so don't also turn 100 cities. And see the a poultry pharmacy, a year. A bebois ama or man's casamo to me, Gina. na yɛmfa ɛno and factor into kind of penny jomama asema akoka say economy no enhyɛ da nkɔ yie nneɛma gye egu ama na akyɛ sɛ yɛnyɛ stakeholders meeting yɛnyɛ dialogue na expert mmra na nka yɛnyina nto ato adwo ho baabi yɛde ɔma sika sɛm bɛfa and the reply am penny na adro de ma penny dada mahama ne say penny dada mahama economy no ayi west was so bad nti no ɔno a wɔntumi anya ne die yie no ontumi emmeche no kwa befa so a obe na economy no ye sasemi mampeni dada mahama ne di kan aka ne de ana mampeni na nado so e de anu ye aba Bernard, do you see this? Say the call by the former president say yentumi anti abejoku na from all political parties, all institutions, all angles na womoto to adwon for isika samo na ehu be e defa because we are in crisis. Yebisa say are we truly in crisis? Na fi mampeni na do so reply out the man say the economy is booming. Dr. Bamiya Aka said the economy is booming. And mampeni na do so the so say enye mampeni da mahama na beche no kwa mfa so a onfa enteto men sekase.
We me can na PNC bu for omo bu afu. Because say washe da na we topics are PNC nsem nkan. Me ba beka PNC nsem na we afi de opese men kan NDC John Mahama MPP
PNC asam na abuso.
Na me ka say the Council of Elders of our party has a major role to play in the implosion na ekoso. Na the Council of Elders na ansori. Na the party no echo on the path of we akoyi way. It will not help the beauty of our party. So among the two sides, and there are many other people behind the scenes almost supporting the party financially and other resources, be multimeter vehicles no modiama, but among pese yembo mudi many omo akasa, and then they should see how they can bring the two sides together. Now montinasi no monjin and for party no na party no entimi enkoye. I fear one man CD. I can talk about your mama.
Chairman, if you would let me add a word on each position I raise, you know. Sir, what your mind when I say democracy and your mind war in your peer and as a yepese economy. Now we shall say PNC Sansamwaba. We are as strong as the two parties, NDC and MPP. I'm betting myself are very shocked. But if you are a lover and you want to promote democracy, you have to be concerned with the issue now because of PNC. Because say when we are no move PNC a free political parties anymore. Then kakran now acquire one party state. Then we are going back to the problem. So it is a concern for all concerned Democrats. Say PNC etumi asobali. Yeah.
Bernard.
Me ekuafunti and ekuani. I'm so disturbed about the happenings in the poultry and agri sector generally. Because Leo Morrison, Nana Jataba Munina, they are into poultry farming. And Metimiaka say they have to import poultry feed, animal feed generally, from other countries and so on. The cost of importation, any feed, no, Yet, what is about poultry feed? Soya, maize, and some little protein, maybe fish and bibia or debeka, so that the poultry can do well. If you are doing poultry of a certain number, then you know, say they feed a lot. And a poultry also, they and this is why in the PNC manifesto we said that look, this country will grow at the rate of 10% on the back of agriculture. And Eka said we are going to do a school feeding program. In which school feeding program, every day, where we are going to be, our school, you get 1 egg a day. Aside 1 egg, you get 1 cup of cocoa beverage a day. So that we can encourage an early capture of their taste. How many Ghanaians take cocoa as a tea, as a beverage in the morning? Or rather, we'll go and buy Lipton and many other foreign teas. That one we are interested in. Uko Kenya. If you go to Tanzania, if you go to Uganda, when you get there, the first thing they greet you with is a cup of tea. and it is their country's cup of tea. Nti ukodruha, the Kenyans will have tea, they have hot milk, and the milk is taken from their cattle. Uko Rwanda, they have done what they call one home and one house per cow. Nti efie bia omo cattle. When they take their milk from their cattle, the surplus, no, they come and put it by the roadside. Then a government vehicle will come and buy all the surpluses, so they still have a lot of milk in their country. And you know what milk does for the human brain and unfortunately, we don't have that concept in our town or in our country. So the poultry industry, says here, it's easy to go and import poultry. And poultry no krampa ye tobano, we don't know the wholesomeness of it. We don't know how they were produced. Near Koto, near the Ghana. And the poultry industry in Ghana is collapsing. Kwabena Dako, that used to be #1 poultry producer and exporter in West Africa. So see, he imports so much because it's cheaper to import poultry than to raise poultry in our country. Poultry produce are now imported from the Netherlands and other places. You go and buy them from the Netherlands to come and raise them in Ghana. It doesn't show well of the sector that produces and take care of all of us. And now, I don't eat meat generally. I don't take egg too. But in my home, the people take egg, and sometimes when they have to eat the egg, the price is rising almost every day because the cost of feed is on the high side. Now, unfortunately, we won't say afi, particularly from the northern part of the country, farmlands have been washed. So it will affect food production and food supply in the country. My farm was partially drenched in water. Soya bean that you have farmed, about 20 acres, is suffering because the water is too much. Some other people don't even have their farms again to look at because completely the roads have been cut off. That if you go to your farm and you even harvest, you cannot be able to transport it to the next village, let alone to the center. Now you can be able to sell or make it available. All these things are going to affect food availability. Now, if you are thinking about feeding the animals. So certainly there is something that is wrong with our sector. Unfortunately, and I say this, government has adopted a very good policy of planting for food and jobs, but government itself doesn't have farms. When you don't have farms, how do you regulate me, an individual who decide whether I should expand my farm or not? So the state farm concept is something that the planting for food and for jobs should have been used to support the state farms. Now, we who are private farmers can go there and then go and learn some things so that we are taking through practical government farms to see how this concept is applied. And if there is any support, it can then be extended to the individual farmers. Unfortunately, we keep saying that we want to support the private sector, so we keep supporting them. And the Yentimi and Kashi. When you have these things happening, and you are telling your government, say, government, Mama Yantanasi, na yenhwe kwan ya ye nyina ye wo adwen efa na yemfa ya adwen bra na wo a wo ye implementer no na wo so wa pagya na wo di aboa na oman no akoso a then come and tell me that I don't have sense. I cannot teach you. If you have this mentality, say unkwan na wo adwen, and that whether I have failed, in any case, we even say that a non-functioning clock can give you 2 times. And yes, sir. Because sorry, I'm not 6 o'clock, na clock no that 6 o'clock. I tell you it's 6 o'clock. And you may know 6 o'clock, the clock will still show it's 6 o'clock. So whether your mama was president and did not do well, he has learned something about what he didn't do that made the economy not to grow. And then sitting back, obetimi akase nka me ye ne say na me ye ne say ya. Nka ebetimi akoduru baby ayedri. You are sitting there and saying that no, because he worked in that capacity and did not fix all the problems of this country, it means that he doesn't have a recollection, say, obetimi abebwa. What kind of leaders do we have in this country? So you are telling your students, let's assume that we are students, you are telling your students, say, Enra, mokusete exam question as student in a failing inti, or China, the student cannot come and write the exams and pass. So when we have our leaders behaving this way, it will not help the cause of our nation. Ghana is beyond MPP and Akufado. Ghana is beyond NDC and John Mahama. And obviously Ghana is beyond PNC and the leadership. So untimi enka say somebody should not bring their ideas. And obi beka nasema, when you are in government, your duty is to take criticism well. Offer criticism now ultimately Kotuna said, then you select it. And this is what you will not know about President Kufuor. I remember when we were talking about school feeding program. Now Minister for Local Government at the debate in the University of Ghana. Now Menene Baba Jamal, we were doing the debate. And me can the school feeding program say we are going to ensure that there is school feeding program, the 1 cup of cocoa and then 1 egg. Then both Eka said they should ask us when we come to power where we'll get the money from. Somehow, a year after that debate, President Kufuor brought about the school feeding program. It means they went and sat down, thought about it, and they are using it. You don't want to listen. So if you don't want to listen, how would you be able to attend to the problems that confront the people of Ghana? No wonder when we say we should fix the country, you are telling us to fix our character.
Bernard Mona na odi atu we see the prekope wan kwa chiri kura we see the pia ma me prekope breno kura ko na so ye beka George
ja
enkukọ ayi poultry farmers nation ena ayi mampeni dada ma se ebe yanka mo hwe na nka mo to atwa na nka mo sika sam koda ni any anu ye mampeni na no de ma Bernard say what can we do mami
what na adwe wonim say ye kwia adwuma ye no ye wo main season and ye wo lean season so why ye kwia da won say main season nuban no ba ya ye de be titu abro ye de gu ban so ye na ewia ye soja wase a ma no wo kama enti edu lean season na akuafo no aton sa ewe no ebi on so na wedidi say lean season so na ye ewia bro o sa oka ye free bibi ewia bro na ya do eno so to augment main season ye no nti me hwe we a me hu no say me say mre ya ye wo mu ya na acha ma na aka no ase na fu nsuo ya ye we bebre aseb meji nti main season crops na nka ye nte bia nka ye betwa usadai bebre say yes submerged and nature say or how aba but me say this rather should be lean season time any a woman
no
enti
yeah.
Yes September and ko May season May ho any enti by May June July yes anti climate change so the normal aba enti eno ka ho any ye can say be ebro ni normal ye de behwe ye moa poultry feed ni normal no eno ho aye den because e bi so argument ni say be de nipa kra be di no me say nya enso eno so na say be emoa de na emoa de no so feed no ye de eno ma bi keka ho say kita school boys ni other vitamins ni yi ansa na why feed no at home ye won call for in the poultry sector am kase ne bo ekosro kakra because there's competing demand for abrono dokunu rap bi na wonso wo pe bi dia akɔhwɛ nkokɔ ne no manti yenim so the demand and supply well say demand no kosra na supply ne ye shorter price will shoot up so no so ye adie bi e wo say ye hwɛ but no kra wo mu say wo say Minister of Agri, ya PFJ, Koso, Kama, but was here me and Nico, or your poultry farms. No, so Makasa last week near Becca, Spyro Gyro said, dear, who was some, yes, and the almost so complain is imported poultry, you know, I show me the end so. So, yes, cost of production within Ghana and Ankasano, ma a costro until all the imported ones no banana of war it kills their market. A hono me so my country minister so say o 200 ammonia senior ebeye inti say so almost feed na ye difficult amakosuabo akosro kakra no ade am fin say minister de nani be ko serious ni ahwe because so kan we na say be bonus so bo say o mo kasa as wo mu a wo mo o focus more on the PFJ for ni at their expense ye best say minister be twa nani ahwe o mo ye poultry farms no na yetimi aboa amakosuabo abafom because se kosua no ba emoa no timi edidi yie no omoto bebre a kosua no dɔɔso a ba almost ne bo no ebeba fon kakra within the 1 cedi range na ye nyina ye ho ahehaye chairman kan ye school feeding program no me say kosua no so ya de a schools no to e de ma school nkola no enti ye part of the na buffer stock so e reserve of nuane bi se ni on betimi de ama school for na me come akọ the engagement between former president and president asama president kan no say sabe ya na ebu baby se kwatekwa so be mount ma ye se ye dai tieni di omampani dada His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na ne ya na ofi abemu na mamuo no so ye nyina ye ne tua data and statistics ni nyina gu ho a sabe with the press of a button we be growth trajectory ni Nsroma no kre chairman asama o kan ye no kre ebia afe wakonye osua hu bi a ehihye bi a ekoso no obu kompohwe a se anka me ye ni se a ekeye bese forum de me de sa forum no me nya hu ayi papa because your National Development Planning Committee commission commission ewo honum NDPC for omo ye nhyehyɛ omanum puntuo ebia 5 10 20 40 year development plan ewo ho documents bebree wo me makan bi me wo bebree a ya mekan international development planning oman no ekwan ye wo se fa so edi tumpon ewo ho ya tintim bebree ewo ho ono omampani dada senche forum meboa senche edi na firi mu bae bibi papa bi en fi mu ama ye fi senche na ye ko IMF
senche no mo kasa mo mra no manko
nti omo koye no edi na fi mu ba
nti no ka ebi onu susu se sanka mo ba bi anke bia mo so madwompo betumi aboa
die omo koye no ye nimanim defo pi koye omo koye no ye fi wa ne ye ho
e nadmo ye any conference will be bia because our party say conferences have no significance.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Mrs. Senche the okoye ye no say yemra me to
because we need these conferences
no Mrs. we dialogue ya oka multi ye me hu de ye okay you say 3 years 4 years omo ye one dialogue pe and ye 4 years ba 3 years umpo ye de ko dey get it na say nipa no we si na adwin pidada ansa na wo for say bra onim di opeso wo ye eti senche ye de ko IMF the stranglehold no anaka say ya we amanaka kase ye wie ye wo betwa we sa allowances ni Nsroma bebree mu meboa freeze on employment ni Nsroma ye hu die siye eti ye nim ba bia eko yenso ye wo yenhyehyɛ enti na ye wo two party me believe in the national agenda ewo ho then your party agenda ties into the national agenda eno ne ye ni ye de koyanim eti so mampani akasa sabe wontimi nyincheche emfi wo mampani dada ho a na woni sencha odika eti ano de so no so perform a me advice a member no say wanya suahun fufura a wontintim because or pese yesan to aba ma no otintim no de bedan Ghana fo behwe say oh ebia say wanya superior alternative to the governing party.
My penny can say my young spectators, young citizens. And yes. So, he being a former president to new system, no more, no so say, Abia, he wouldn't want to be an spectator, a mobile citizen, not the call by the president, you know, and you know, my penny that Mohammed issue. And you watch an adwin, Obia Mongu, or yeah, COVID by so set up technical team, Meboa, Obia Mongu, or much or Madri. For all you know, say Chama Bernard Mona kai say BBC or Legon. Say yeah no, say yeah no. But it was a good thing. So the BB2 ja Emma who say implementation coso. E bet me aba say na dwen no e na aban no fire. E bet me aba say na wa aban no program whatever be it or can wasem is being implemented. Or man penida that Canada. Waka na dwen. Ebia say si forum na yan because when she said no near no and for yan kodum pempensu bia na ko man no pese edu eduma sem mebru bebre wie school no mtitifie
Education nkofo fees ye pam nkofo go fie bebia secondary school nkofo egu fie ni Nsroma oye ne day the management of the economy oye ne day say am no kasa over 106 1D1F is operational because to konanim obi so obesi 200 school blocks otimi see 47 per school community school sisu okeke ne emetre
1D1F no private institutions and private organizations.
Oh yes. No, that's kind of manifesto.
And school no so a private and as a government.
Oh, government.
Government.
Who sit down take 3 million CDs oh back. Huh? Who see 3 million CDs
you are talking about cost of projects here.
Back. Senior co. I don't cry at TSU. Me no kasa wouldn't say free SH. Do you know amount of money I have pumping home? They say DC school down there. Over 7 billion is gone into free SHS.
From where?
Over. From where? You get it. And still counting.
From where?
Still counting.
And
nowadays. And you Ghana bicycle.
Ghana buying was sources of baby or internally generated fund. And I said,
it's
very important. Ghanaians want to know. It is their money.
You can say main source of funding will be from the oil fields. And I know you discover you have a shame. Eti die hian se ye to anamo eye nhihye boa Ghana for. You can say 1D1 and private sector will be supported. Aban bema say say ko di credit facility. Na aban e bia 20% or 21%. Aban say mafemu fan. Na wu tua fan. Eye support for the person or the business person. Obi edwuma asabe eguni nananom mre so na omo wo factory ni nana factory a o eye edwuma egu aban say policy we betimi take advantage eja kwabna na wa ba abe take advantage na industry na ba back on his feet o say enye it's good sa na ye chichi o man na ye de koyenim enti o mampani aka o so mampani dada eno nchese mo on kanasem dabi ka citizen they was why but o mampani so say sabi afutuo ni we pa fi asomasi ho pa de amoaye
okay
adiyan be koyechi because e bia no ompe yie mpontia e no kasa
Georgia isi me da say Richard Keze say the PNC man should form his own party and I will join him with my family. He's full of wisdom. I believe he's in the wrong party and can't achieve much where he is. I'm ready to serve him. It's when you support can say pa makopa Bernard. Alaji.
But with regards to I mean, it is very obvious. Say and almost that is almost kasa ma aban intina fe de omo buofu a wo mo ekom asem. Very clear say obi biara owo sa industry no mu ebeka kire say anye hwe kura no ene ye ka say ye ka kire o nyama ama aban foforo na aye a kire say your man Mahama into me advise you. But even when we are talking about this poultry and agriculture in general, your man Mahama born who samrani say ono no obey one village one dam ono no obey something farmers youth in farming and abibisa wo mo ye ekwadwuma no youth in agric and in your man one born who samrani sa but ekuafo no a wo mo ye say no mo ho at that time nobody heard say na mo 88 mu say it's papa John Dramani Mahama de hihye ho. I remember very well. It was a clear policy for John Dramani Mahama say wo biara wo beti ye be ma kwan na wonya etumi a import and nam abagana akoko nam no. Also utimi kire say wo betimi produce 60% of the import na person wo import no ebagana no. Also utimi kire say you can produce it locally. Inti one year sanya na menua eka no kwamna da akomo a wo mo etumi aye ejuma na che no. They took advantage of this package by government. Ebwa local poultry farmers ni yes and say import no e reduce kese ema womunyo no and Ghana cannot produce to feed itself. Say a kind of poultry. We cannot produce to feed ourselves because industry no enya kese to the extent say you be feed here home etumi are exporting unlike what we are seeing in other countries. But other countries and also they have support of government. Intinema womunamuno wobekwa koto abuchire afa to ship mo na watua ho taxes the abagano. It is still cheaper than what is being produced here. Why? Because a simple thing as maize and as a ebro the core ingredient, the carbohydrates and what akoko eduane you produce in Ghana. Can you believe, sir, Kabra? No more a poultry farm. So, more call akoto ebro no. Ebro a yede be dokuna ma menun wedi. They won't buy it. Essence for sanitary conditions and war ebro ni mu. Bibi e friend aflatoxin ne ne ekeka ho. Enwo ano edia. Wo mo entumi en lay eggs no so no mo pe. Entumi nyi so no mo pe omo benya yare obeboka. Enti wono nkoto eno. Ba dokuno ra no beto eno e dia mame no na yedi. Essence all protecting enwo no. Now, to get it today, abeye ne wo ho. I watch a news program on this same UTV. Say wo mo ka se ne wo kintampo a. Ebro na ye ton no be 90 to 100 cedis in 2016. And then you turn 5.5 million. Mr. Busa, which poultry farmer can be buying 5.5 million worth of a bro sack bako? I think all the soya bean back home. I think all the nam nini just to give it the standards. A bit me a man kukono. Edi anya hon the to me lay eggs now. The profit for the farmer. How can they do that? It is almost impossible. But this is the time we'll be born who someone said they are youth in agriculture. There is one farming something. Farming has taken over my yentumi enye bro. Today, you may know because poultry farmers are importing maize from outside of Ghana. And it is a disaster. It has never happened in this country. Right. They are importing. It is on record. And check farmers know, or you can call them. They saw what happened between 2008 and 2016. And we were in this country. We who say farmers, they say even if the farmers did this hard time, and into to Obama and another so that the day no we are not pressure na warm so who be everyone. When everyone and they catch and say young John Mahama Breso your money to say. That is what I have said your Bahama Breso. I know for a fact. By 2016, a broke tobacco was hovering between 90 cities to 100 Ghana cities, and there are 5.5 million. Now let's leave that. Poultry farmers are brave. I have seen a renowned poultry farmer, meaning no air casa, means you body. Air catcher and say, oh, me person me extending my farm. A day in Coco, air can catch them say, don't go to that area. If you have money, bring it. Let's do something else. A poultry farmer, and it is very serious. If 1 year one boy encourage nkofo abamu a womo timu that air catch nkofo say more mumba, and it is sincere. And yes sir, because me ni sa honde no kura metimi dey na compete. Say on America no or your role model anko betimi aboa me. All kinds of don't put your money there. It's very dangerous. We see can you today as we are speaking, farmers no N1 bird flu and bibisa. There is spread in the country. And nobody gives you compensation.
I'm almost more compensation for my that one day.
Almost said
they count the number of birds I want.
Yeah.
Now imagine also I compensate you.
One more you come birds the amount of compensation. Is that why you are saying UTVC amount of compensation?
And that is what I heard say.
It is not what you heard. Because what has been done.
So much
correct. That is what it's not what you heard. What you heard is not here nor there.
What I know is
so especially with the break of the bird flu, industry and the replica effect at least saying who be the effect of COVID, telling everybody say the basic things so when to me won't to be produced here. The next outbreak of something similar to COVID will mean say because nobody will export to you. So it means we have to also take that initiative and ensure say you best supporting farmers with the it is an emergency situation. I was say buying etumi disikabi eco bremu just like they are putting the money in the acre deal, just like one more PDS in the account. When so very important because the ordinary Ghanaians are getting it is giving people jobs, it is giving people income, it is feeding the nation. Inti enya ade a ide be di agro. Now we come to the issue of economy ni ekeka ho a mampanyin na Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo reason. I mean, ye can a bro who asem sisi a, and it's a fact. Nobody is denying it. Say in 2016, so wo catch him say wo waba abehwe oman no ama oman no akodenim. Now in 2016, the poultry farmer eto a brewer auto 90 Ghana to 100 Ghana, and auto 5.5. No? Then you can see how we a galloping inflation. So on the American, a puri and Gani or a puri a tutu and a codedi. Untimen can't say why you be there, yes, and for that matter, John Dramani Mahama should not talk. So walk as that aside, it is on record. Say yes, the NDC administration left office in 2016 with 3.6 growth. But ask Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in 2020, what was the growth? 0.04% in Nana Addo Dankwa RGB. The lowest in the fourth Republican dispensation. And these are facts. Besides that, say Kasat Metese Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo raising the issue with statistical service. Say your friends say statistics no all kekano. I want a free bar. Then I asked Obampenyin Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and the entire MPP. Say, have you come to apologize to the good people of Ghana? Wabra na under John Dramani Mahama, the same statistical service, releasing statistics are Baumia had to question the credibility and
they revised the basket. They revised the basket. As a result of
Baumia should come and tell the good people of Ghana, sir, if the basket has been revised. So he has changed his position on the statistics. Now, statistical service, churning out or contest here, the credential of that statistics no more turning. So it means he has dented the image of that statistical service. So your same person, statistical services, data, then you have to apologize to them. We've not heard that apology. We cannot continue in that terms. So when they make Nana Addo and the MPP have no right to use statistical service data to project something as to the progress they are making. Your mind Ghana yetim. It is on record that in this fourth Republican dispensation, the longest single-digit inflation Wabra na John Dramani Mahama, the head of the economic management team, as the vice president under President Mills. Omaino highest growth was 14% in 2011. It was John Dramani Mahama as the head of the economic management team when he was the vice president to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So on the American, young quote yenim. Na young bisa, the simple things. Kwabra, obi biara wo come market me mate me hu e ma wo mo ka che me say ne wo come market okra your friends say wo okra nkruma ye kan nkruma eton in this country today. Yes, ye kan nkruma ton. Why and a market woman, those watching us, why and a you say obasima and I say the housewife Obeko market aba. Now the next day Obeko the prices are the same. Nobody. The prices are galloping everywhere. Today in our market, there are morning prices, afternoon prices, and evening prices of the same commodity. And you sit there and tell me that nobody can teach you something or nobody can advise you. Take his advice. The Ghanaian people, who claim so more bread. They standard everything here. In every sphere of life. Say Wabaye president man can say before in every sphere of life. So be the president. He is a failure. Physically, spiritually, mentally, factually, he is a failure. Because there is no sector who touching and say that this is the novelty that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo introduced into the country. No, besides Senchi, produce then. The Senchi produced the homegrown solution and the basis on which the Ghanaian economy is thriving. And then the Senchi produced the homegrown solution and John Dramani Mahama Abisa on several occasions to the effect to say this government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is spending outside of gate mix. Ghana Integrated Financial Management System. Nobody has been able to contest that. John Dramani Mahama made this statement publicly. He has said it on several occasions. And do you know what it means? Give me now John Dramani Mahama Mills Abresu 1 more year you bet to me after in Sikaso and no enema and maybe by your say your minister, the Minister of Finance, I can say 1,000 go slims free. the payroll of teachers as a result of gate mix.
Okay.
These are some of the improvements we brought to the economy. We are asking you, sir, then
because
we have built an economy.
No Ghana for second time.
Oh, one
Fine. Now I like you not to time.
Now my son Bissau said, yes, we left an economy, a growth by 4.3. Now my science agriculture said that economy was not just an economy. An economy a yen buy and yen bianca and yet Sarah Ghana team. Because we buy Yamau oil fields account. I be most cabin. John Dramani Mahama and yes, I say, hey, of course, oil fields.
Jubilee fields nowadays.
Jubilee fields. John Dramani Mahama.
Stop that.
Oil send at the Maya. Oil send at the Maya. Yeah, the Jubilee field amount.
New oil.
And I answer your boy, and one body detained. Beckham, Sankofa, Eddie Beckham, won't go. Yeah, but two Jubilee field. We added 10 Sankofa. Then I would account on there. Say,
because my job online was it moved from 160 back in July to 375.
375.
There's something like the 12 gas project. And we are investment. John Dramani Mahama. Who can you now? Or sense which is no less a person than His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Ekaso we have 43 billion now John Dramani Mahama as Bushano. And Kobesi senior Mabebre Amadana. And then woman actually more than 300 billion within 4 years. Then and you still talk about economy and think that Ghanaians have cheese in their head and not brain.
Thank you very much for your submissions. High Autobar Cosmos Caliber say Mr. Isi.
Yeah.
Posting of restoration of allowances. For the past 7 months, these allowances.
Abind the oka. I see when you are in Dasrabia.
What's the abiding?
I mean, that is how easy they are managing.
Abind the oka.
That is how easy. Who really wish you abide the car? Bet you. Now, my beginning a pound for
Nina Busia. What PDS.
Send a agent. Sikano, I could come with a
7 months in Alawana MI. It's internal and boost to.
Abide the oka, but I believe saying
abide the cow.
And your monqua, Napco for so a Muntiamo.
Napco for so Muntia.
I'm the name said, really?
I know you're 5 months.
5 months. Napco for 5 months. Muntia.
But the Minister of Agri recently raised the issue, say even the planting for food and jobs. They say they can't even continue.
Everybody say
that is what we are.
I'm not going to say bank. Now only my come where buy a come where you go. As you say, I can't know your Gusu.
Ayo, and the madam was to say, George. Mugusutia or your national communication director.
Breaking the 8th agenda.
Nadmo. And Afi Alhaji Nasiru Mohammed on national communication officer and this is Zongo Caucus and Afi Bernard Mona and say political activity pay for me saying and I do a moment of a chain that they ever must pass it. When you are by Mr. Bidim at the Jack Quabinana. Yako Cassia and Edeba Ghana Mampeni Abidi His Excellency Dr. Mamadou Bawumia. This year, I say, or mammy, I can't chinagu and nano pay ewo and cranha. And Hajia Mariama Bawumia, Yama Demrife Dwiniaman, now Yama Vice President, His Excellency Dr. Mamadou Bawumia, Yama Shedene Yak watching and the Beko Kujama Mequine or Wale. Yedebeko Kujama Mequine or Wale. Yes, Vice Mammy. Mammy, baby, Nidia.
Bro, anyway, one mammy auntie.
Send a make hatchery. Nti ebeko wale
we no efiasem ofia bonte na wo baba ka
na busu ni kra wanti na mabonti so baba ka kire wa
enye mozemi for ya say ba na sa inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un ya me m1 na ebusuafo aka wechi no ya me ensho mode
amen
ochina na yekọ akosi
no ochina na ebeko kosi no wale nti vice ya ma shedin papa one ohukani yema munyina hyede awie yebeka ne ajabi yede besia yenya akopon yeho an ye adom a wochena yebesan aba ene adesonsoma abehyehe so koso a hwe UTV esan say it's all about you yakramo.